Well, I'm going to kick things off here. This is the product session, so we're going to be talking about PACS. In the long-term roadmap, Artis talked a little bit about some of the PACS updates, but in this session, we're going to do a little bit of a deeper dive into PACS. So our agenda for today, we're going to tell you about why we built PACS, what our vision is for them, what they do, and the kind of PACS that we have in our library. And then we're going to do a demo of installing and customizing a few PACS so you can see them in action. After that, we'll share some updates about recent PACS we've added to the library, future PACS that we have planned, and share a preview for where we're going next. And then, of course, at the end, we'll open up for questions and let you know how you can give us feedback on PACS. But before we get started, I think it would be good to introduce ourselves a little bit in the context of this product. My name's Chris Jones. I'm the Director of Product for Marketplace here at Element. I recently came to the company after working for over 10 years in higher education for several kinds of institutions. So a small private liberal arts school, public and private large R1 institutions, and I worked in marketing and communications roles. So I have experience in planning and managing digital marketing campaigns, web strategy, and marketing automation. So I'm really excited to be here and working on this product today. Why did we build PACS? Well, let's talk about a very common scenario, right? Perhaps you're working in an admissions unit and you're seeing that your application numbers are a bit lower than expected, and you want to address it with an email drip campaign to prospective students where the call to action is to apply to your institution. And if you've done this kind of work before, you know this is actually a really big undertaking, right? If you think about all the elements that you need for this to be successful, you need to have emails, text messages that are going to perform, that will convert, that you know that they're going to convert because there's data behind it. You want your marketing collateral to be branded to your institution. You want your content to be personalized for your audience. And you want all of this to run through an automated workflow that's smart enough to know if the intended action, in this case, submitting an application, has been completed. You also want the ability to monitor performance and to repeat it as needed. And so, like I said, this is a lot of work. Running and managing a campaign like this, it could be the work of a full-time employee. It could be the kind of thing where you'd enter into a managed services contract with a vendor or a creative agency. So what we're proposing is that what if you could get all of this, all the things I just described, with basically just a click? And in fact, this is something that you can essentially get with just a click. You're looking right now at the workflow for our senior search campaign pack, which covers all the bases that I just covered before. So what are PACS? PACS are ready-to-use campaigns. They're built by the team at Element, and they're informed by machine learning to help you move faster and do better work. And the PACS that we have, they're driven basically by two factors. Number one, by the experience that we have in Element in higher education and the data that we can collect on the platform. So you just heard, between Matt and myself, we have about 35 years of experience in higher ed, working in similar roles as your own. And if you take a step back and look at the company as a whole, we have over 2 centuries of experience working in this industry. And then if you look at the data in the platform, we've collected over 22 million student journeys and literally billions of student interactions. So there's a lot of data there that we can use to inform the PACS that we create, and we can use machine learning, business intelligence to analyze that. So we know when we put a PAC in the library, best practices are built in, and it's going to perform well for your institution. The other point that I'll make is, as we're rolling this out, and I'll talk about this a little bit more at the end, we're talking directly with our users to find out, what are your needs? Where are there gaps in your workflow? Where are there things that we can address and maybe improve in your day-to-day through releasing PACS? The demands of doing this kind of work, it becomes more and more every year with all the different channels that you have to address. And I've worked in roles like this before, and I haven't always gotten additional resources. I'm guessing you all probably don't always get that either. So if we can solve some of these issues with PACS, then that's really a good thing for us, and I think for our partnership. So how can PACS help you? What are the kinds of things that PACS can do? PACS can streamline tasks that you do over and over again so you can move faster. They can leverage best practices so you can work smarter. And they can support the student throughout their full journey so you can break down silos on campus. And PACS can also integrate with other services, third-party extensions, APIs, so you can scale your work and scale the impact of Element as a platform. And we think this is a pretty unique offering in the EdTech CRM space. There aren't a whole lot of other competitors, frankly, like this. With a little bit of work up front in the implementation phase and setting up your PACS tokens, and Matt's going to walk through that here in a few minutes, when you install a PAC, it automatically brings in your branding and can pull in other data from your PACS tokens, such as admissions contact information, alumni profiles, photos of your campus, facts, and more. So with a few clicks, you're going to have a targeted, personalized campaign with an automated workflow ready to go. And we believe that no other CRM can offer out-of-the-box personalized campaigns with content and automation that are as tightly integrated into the product itself as PACS. And we have a number of PACS in the library. If you're an Element user, you can access these right now. And again, you'll see a demo here in a little bit. Some PACS that we have in our library, like Artis mentioned, we have a number of email templates that are available now. We have campaigns around search and yield objectives, campaigns that you can use for application completion, application submission, those kind of nudge campaigns, campaigns you can use to encourage participation in in-person or virtual information sessions, grad student nurture campaigns, and then marketing tools that you'll want to use, such as an embeddable RFI form and a lead gen landing page, and more, and a lot more. So I'm going to turn things over to Matt. We're going to walk through how to do the implementation process and see a couple of these in action.
Sure thing. Thank you, Chris.
Thank you.
Now I'm back in training and demo mode. A lot of you have seen me in action on this. So if I get out of our, let's see, how do I get out of the presentation? So if you're in your instance of Element, obviously when you log into Element, you would see this. This is your first page when you log into Element. To get to the PACS, it's under Data Class Automations. When you click on Data Automations, you have a whole little menu item down here that comes up, which contains the library. It tells you to start here. That's where everything is pretty much listed, all the different PACs and so forth. PACs that you have installed and PAC tokens. I want to visit the PAC tokens first, because this is where you have to set up some things prior to installing your PACs to bring your branding, like your school colors, your primary colors, your secondary colors. If you have particular colors for your links, your logos, Favicons. If you don't know what a Favicon is, it's this little tiny thing up here on the browser and the left-hand side of it. That's what a Favicon is. So if you were installing a landing page or something, it would actually know that that's the Favicon port. It would actually install it on that page. You also are able to set up just general things, like if there are some taglines and students to faculty ratio, if the PAC content would call for some of that information, that's less things that you would have to edit whenever you install the PAC. You also have images, so it gives you an idea of what types of images that you could install in here to show you like if the PAC message or something would want an aerial view of campus, and you already have that image in the branding section, it's going to bring that image over to that area. So take a look at the PAC tokens. You can actually create various different signatures as well, and then different contact information. So you can even personalize your signatures, like if this is going to be perhaps a campaign that's going to be coming specifically from the director of admission, you could have their picture and their electronic signature and everything. Or if you're sending out like a campaign from current students, like your student ambassadors or something, you can customize it there with signatures. So I want to show you a couple PACs and how they are installed. Again, if I go to Start Here, one of the first ones we are going to take a look at is an email invite. And how many times have you ever you're like, oh my gosh, our open house is coming up in a month. I don't have an email ready. I don't even have anything started. I'm starting from scratch. This is awesome, because you can come in here and pick up one of these templates and email template with, where is it?
It's one on the right.
On the right?
That one
right here,
yep.
Yeah. I should have brought my glasses. I have a 32-inch monitor at home. I can see that. I can't see this tiny little thing. All right, so when I click on that, it brings up information in regards to the PAC. Shows you what the different templates are going to look like. There's different color schemes you can pick and so forth. And then there's also some other setups that you can go through as well. So this one we are actually going to install here today. And when I click on the install option, as you can see, it comes up with common dark mode, common light mode, library dark, so forth, quad light. For today's, we're going to just pick the commons light. And then down here, you also have some other setups that you can pick, and you can change the background image. You can have like little graduation hats and stuff like that, or you can have stars. We'll just pick stars for this one today. Now when I click install, it's just going to take it a moment to get that pack ready to download. And while that is downloading, this isn't like one of those, what was it, Ronco used to say, set it and forget it. You can't set it and forget it. You do have to do a little bit of set it and edit. So consider that the tagline for your packs. Just don't, because there are some recommended things. You go out there with highlighted areas and it has content that we recommend using, so you can change it up. So I have had clients send out their why did this student receive this highlighted message? I said, you didn't go in and edit it, so be sure to do that. So when I click on that message, it takes me into the template area for all the campaign messages. If I look at the template we just installed, right here is what it looks like. Let me make it large screen so you can see. So basically, it brought in our logo. It brought in join us for event name, so and so and so. So all these yellow highlighted areas are the areas that you are to go in and edit and make the message your own. What's really nice is if you have your event set up in advance of installing this pack, all you have to do is highlight this. And right here, you'll see this little guy in a postage stamp. It's called tokens. And I can go in here and type in event. And it's going to bring up all kinds of event tokens. So we want the event name. So if I click on the event name token, and my event's already set up, we'll just use the pack testing event today. Add that, and adds the token. So it knows that that's the event that you're sending the invitation out for. And then even down to right here, we can just highlight this one, click the token button again, and then we can type in event to narrow down our things, and event start time right there. And we'll pick the same event so it pulls in that same information. Simple as that. Once you go through and edit these messages, or edit this template, what you then can do is, we'll save this. It saves it automatically most of the time, but I like making sure it's saved, and I save it again. Once you have your template installed, you can either send that out as a one-time communication. So if we look at campaigns, we can pull in this template as a one-time communication. Say we're just sending this out to a group of students in regards to the open house this next week, and we just wanted to get that out quickly. I can now just select that, and then if I've made my edits in the actual template itself, I can go ahead and just have it ready to go here. If I haven't edited it fully, once I pull it in to either the one-time or ongoing communication, you can edit the messages from there as well. So you can see how quick, like oh my gosh, I have brain block, I can't think what I want to do in this message. These are awesome. I spent days upon days trying to figure out messages and designs and so forth, and these packs really save you some time on doing that. I want to take the opportunity to show you a couple of other pack types. If we go under data and automations again, and then we go back under start here, we can take a look at a pack that is really cool if you're wanting to develop landing pages for, particular, maybe like a scholarship page or for something else like that. So if I go back to your packs, oh, those are packs that you've installed, sorry about that. Mandy knows when I'm doing these presentations that I always click on the wrong link all the time. Packs, library. So down here at the bottom, we have what's called the Prospect Gen and Capture Page Pack. When I click on here, it tells me, on any of the packs I click on, it tells you what you're going to receive when you install this pack. So it gives you a landing page to edit. It gives you personalization opportunities for your school. So all those pack tokens, when it builds that page, it brings in any of those like faculty-student ratio things. And it also comes with a pre-built form, so if you don't want to take time to build like a quick RFI form to collect the information from the students, builds that. And it even takes it a step further to build a workflow that once that student submits that particular RFI, it will send out a communication to them via the campaigns. So if we take a look at, I'm not going to install this one because we already have it installed. Sometimes it takes them just a little bit of time to install. So if we go under Pages first, we can see that we have our Prospect Gen and Capture Data page. When I click on this, this is the actual page that was installed. I can edit the page right here. I can change out the form. Maybe you have a specific form that you want to use on this page that you've developed in Element, and you're like, I want to use my own form. I don't want to use the form that come with this pack. So you can change it out to whatever the other form that you've created. You can edit your logos. You can edit your pictures, customize. I can remove this photo, and maybe perhaps I just want a gradient background color like that. So the pages are very easy to edit. When you scroll down through here, you can see the recommended content that Element provides and all this other information. All you have to do is basically go through, check it, make sure it's good to go. You have a landing page that's ready to roll. And a form too. So one quick thing with the discard changes, as I said, it actually installs a form as well. If we take a look at forms, this is the actual form that it created. So it's basically asking for first name, last name, email, phone, some other just general information. You can do custom fields and stuff as well. And last but not least, under workflows, it also installed a workflow for us that should be called Prospect Gen and Capture Page. And basically what this is going to say is anytime the student submits this form, if they're going to be triggered to enter this workflow and immediately receive the campaign message that is Prospect Gen and Capture Page. Send it out. You can set a delay on it if you don't want to seem over anxious to contact them. Maybe set a 15-minute delay or something that'll go out at that point. You're set. All with just a few clicks and a few edits. So it's an amazing process. One more if I have time. All right, this is one of my favorite ones because working with applications and so forth is awesome. So under data and automations, again, we'll go back to the start here, and we have a pack called Application Completion Push. You know how many students start applications, but they never finish those applications? And so this is where you can set it and say, okay, give that student a reminder, 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, up to 90 days, SMS, emails, takes them directly back to the thing. So when I look at this pack, I can see with this pack, I'm getting all kinds of reminder emails and SMS messages, and also the workflow. We've also pre-installed this pack for lack of time. If I go under, let's see, I want to check the email messages first. So if I go to engagement and campaigns, these are ongoing communications. Anytime you have email messages that are a part of a workflow or a drip campaign or something like that, they're considered ongoing communications. So we're going to go into ongoing, and we now see that we have all these messages, application completion, email reminder, and SMS reminders. I can see it better up there. Email 4, email 1, and so forth. So what I would want to do before I actually activate this pack, just as I mentioned, it's not set it and forget it, it's set it and edit it. You come in, click on the message that you would like to edit. It brings in what are called magic links, like complete my application. Whenever the student clicks on that complete my application, it takes them directly back to their application on the application dashboard. They don't even have to log back in. And the application is saved as the students do it. So it's a great way to download a campaign that once that student starts an application, it sends like 30 seconds later, if they put a valid cell phone number, a text, hey, thanks for submitting your application or completing your application or starting your application. There's 3 phases there. And then 1 day later, it'll send a message, why don't you come back and complete your application, and so on and so on and so on. So it's a campaign where you don't have to continually remind these students, you need to complete your application. So as you can see, I'm really excited about PACS because I would love to have had these in my former life of working at admissions, because not only would it have saved me time, it would have saved the institution tons of money, because I don't know if your schools buy like search names or anything like that. If you buy lists from Ancura, ACT, SAT, things like that, there are senior search campaigns. I know for my senior search campaign, I paid over $100,000 for a company to run it, and plus the cost of names. Junior search, I paid probably $175,000. And when I looked at Element, I saw I can do my own search campaigns, and it does all my analytics for me. Heck yeah, I'm going to save the school some money, and it's all nicely set up for you. Capture everything in one area. So, as Chris said, you'll be able to let us know, give us some feedback on PACS, but thank you for your time, and I hope you enjoyed those demos.
All right. Okay, so we're on the clock, and I will try and get to the finish line here. I do want to take a little bit of time to just share recent updates that we've made to the library and kind of where we're going. So let me do that very quickly here. Okay, so some recent packs we've added to the library, a number of email templates we've added over the past few months for various use cases, email templates you can use to invite users to fill out surveys, to attend events, and these nudge email templates that can encourage users to complete an action. There's 60 unique email templates in total in our library, so we really hope that you check those out, and you can navigate to them now. If you're an Element user, just log in, go under Data and Automations, and then PACS Library. Some future packs that we have planned, and Artis kind of mentioned this during his product roadmap session, a fast reminder campaign. We've gotten a lot of feedback that this is a big pain point for folks trying to get current students and prospective students to submit their annual federal application for student aid. So that's going to go in our PACS library, and it'll have content and a workflow built in. We also have email templates for newsletter use cases, so you can build an e-newsletter based on whatever your content needs are, and these are going to be very customizable and modular, and they're actually going to use some new email components that we've added to our email builder. Later on this year, you can expect to see new email templates, new communications campaigns, some integrations between Element and third-party applications, and more. Really quickly, I just want to reiterate one of the announcements that Artis made. We're not just looking to build more packs in our library. We're looking to really scale this into something else, something really special. So eventually, this is going to become a PACS marketplace, which it's going to turn to an ecosystem that'll have campaigns, templates, designs, extensions, tools, things that can make hopefully your life easier with your use of Element. So you can expect some premium paid tier packs, access to managed services through the marketplace, partnerships with third-party vendors to release packs into our marketplace, and also the ability to build and share your own packs. So again, packs are available now. If you're an Element user, we hope you'll check them out. If you're thinking about becoming an Element user and you want to see a demo of this, please talk to us. We'd love to show you our library. Again, in our library, we have pre-built campaigns, templates, and workflows. They are based on best practices and real-world campaign performance data that we're collecting on our platform and our experience in higher education. I'm going to skip ahead really quickly. As we move forward building out packs in our library, we want your feedback. These are all built on use cases that we hear from our partners. So if you have suggestions or ideas or want to talk about packs, feel free to send us a note. I promise you someone's going to read that, every email that comes into that email address. And we'd love to talk to you about your use on packs. We also might be reaching out to some of our partners. We've done a little bit of this already just to sit down and talk to them about their use on Element and some of the use cases they might have on packs and ways that we can improve their lives by the work that we're doing on this product. So with that, I'm sorry for a little over, but I don't know if we have time for questions.
Yeah, we can take a few.
We can take a few. Okay. That was like light speed. So.
Yeah, we got to catch our breath.
I know.